Hi guys, how you all doing today? I hope you're having a good day so far. Hi Panama, hi AC, thank you so much for the sub again, my friend. Thank you so much. Hi Jose, hi. How are you doing, Jacinta? How are you doing? Hi Rebu, hi Nostro, hi Mort, hi Cutie Boy. I don't feel like I'm missing anyone. Hi Queen, hi Macaba, how are you doing? Hi Crimson. Hi Flame, how are you all? I want to say a big thank you to DeepVidR for having me part of the collective and for sponsoring my streams. How are you all doing today? So, hi Predator, how are you? So, bear with me, but what I was thinking today was doing a speed makeup look. Oh my goodness gracious, Jack, thank you so much. Thank you so much, my lovely. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Thank you. Do you like it? Yeah, I did it today to get it a little bit out of the way, but I really like it when I plait it and you can see the contrast in it. So what I was thinking today, hear me out, is there's a few things that I still need to do today on my to-do list right in front of me, especially to prepare for tomorrow. So I thought I could try and see if I could do a quick makeup look today, because I wasn't able to stream yesterday because I wasn't feeling too great, but I still wanted to do another makeup look, and so I wanted to just see if I could do a small one, like just like a side face piece, and then run away and do movie night as well. So it depends if we get the time to do it. I'm not gonna like force everything. But that's what I was thinking of doing. Cruella taking notes. But did you all have a good week so far? I know it's weird seeing me streaming on a Friday. Oh wait, I'm just gonna bring the mirror closer. How are you feeling? Like whacking the mirror. I am feeling loads better, thank you. Basically, I slept most of yesterday and now I feel a lot better. I had a lot of sleep, so. Hi MDI, how are you? Indeed, extremely tired, but happy it's Friday. I bet. I feel felt like I was so confused this week. Like it felt like it has gone really quick, but also really slow at the same time. Yes, AC. So I'm planning on seeing if I can do both. So I'm gonna try and see if I can do a quick makeup look with you guys. Because I wanted to make up for the stream yesterday. I was sad that I wasn't able to stream. But I mean, I spent a lot of yesterday being like in and out of naps. Oh, Jacinta, if you do exclamation mark playlist, it'll come up. Was late on finishing some art and stayed till 1 a.m. to finish, and then you got 450. Oh my god. That's the pain, isn't it? Because it sometimes feels like you don't always, thank you, have enough time for your own hobbies. Friday stream, kind of like it. It does feel kind of weird, doesn't it? Oh, so the thing is, for tonight, I was considering playing the Joker and then followed by the new episode of The Boys, but I wasn't sure if I should do that or yeah, because I don't think I've got access to Peacemaker. Where to watch Peace? Yeah, so I was thinking maybe that. Hey, your vote too. Okay, also, by the way, guys, my primers just arrived, so thank you so much for that. They literally just got here. You like the braids? They look nice. Yeah, I like the contrast in the hair. I think it looks cool. Yeah. Yeah, so I was thinking we could do that, especially because Batman's just come out, hasn't it? I'm hopefully going to see Batman next week. Because I feel so left out. Okay, so we're going to see what we can speed run. I have kind of a small idea, but basically I want to do half of my face with normal makeup and the other half kind of all sketchy. Hi Casey, how are you doing? Friday stream. And I hope you're all, I hope that you're all having like a really, really nice Friday today. I hope today's being okay to you all. I've lost my brush. Should I go in? Do you know what? Let's celebrate all the way through. Have you seen how long the Batman is? Make sure you're comfy. I actually haven't seen how long it is. But I'm really excited then. Looking lovely and happy today. Yes, so much better than yesterday. Yesterday I was like, I'm so excited to see emo Edward. Oh wow! Thank you so much, AC. Thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, no, I'm really excited. And I really wanted to see it ASAP because I was just sad that I wasn't able to go. Did I put the music back on? Yeah, I did, thank God. I was just sad that I wasn't able to go because, so for those of you who don't know, I was invited to an early screening of Batman 2 weeks ago. So I could have seen it and I could have gone to the event and anyway, I couldn't go. So, yes. 2 hours 56 with credits. Okay, cool. Where is my... Wow. Okay, well, I'll just use this. Where would you have had to go to view the new Batman film? I would have had to go to London, but they didn't. They invited me, and I totally understand. They couldn't cover travel, and the train ticket was £130 there and back, and it just felt a bit irresponsible for me to like spend £130 to go see Batman. Admittedly, it was a really cool event, but it felt a bit irresponsible considering I'm trying to save money to like move out. So I was like, okay, seeing as they're not covering travel, I just don't think it's something I can really, you know, afford. Because obviously it's not necessarily just that. Like when you're there, you end up like buying food, etc. So. Hi. So it just felt a bit irresponsible for me, in my opinion, to have tried to have spent that money. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do it. I was still honoured to get an invite, to be fair. Wait, you can save money? I mean, it's very difficult sometimes, but I think it's hard for a lot of people to save money, you know what I mean? Like, because like, I've had to live with my parents for a long time. If you become the villain, he'll visit you. MDI here with 200 IQ. Ooh. You refuse to watch The Batman. I'm really excited for it, personally. Did want to pay for the... exactly! All that money didn't go to spend on Superman. We stand Superman now. Maybe Superman would have paid for me. Feel like it's... But yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, you end up just spending a lot of money by just going places sometimes. It's really frustrating. So that's why I was like, no, I can't. Because, like, if you get hungry, you're obviously going to have to buy some food, and then, like, you end up, yeah, it's just, like, everything. That's a sharp line. Yeah, that's why I really like doing the paper trick. Popcorn costs a lot. Usually, I will say, when you go to the events and they invite you to watch the film, they give you a bag of popcorn. It's usually on the seat. And it's not like, but it's not the ones that you would get from like the what do you call it? Like the popcorn stands. It's usually when you buy a bag of popcorn from a shop. They usually have those on the seat with a bottle of water. I personally don't buy the popcorn because it's so expensive. But usually it's provided for you. Which is quite nice. But yeah, one of the reasons why I was a bit sad was because it was kind of like a 2-day event. Oh, no, that's a lie. No, they had this tunnel which was available where you could take loads of photos with the actual suits from the film. And I think that you could book, I had to book and say like I could go on the Wednesday or the Thursday. And I would have tried to have done it all in one day. But yeah, I was very sad, couldn't go. That's okay though. Guys, we just have to become so major that they won't be able to resist not having me. The next one. In the bag, not just... yeah, no, in the bag. How much is popcorn there in the UK? It's gonna 100% depend on what cinema you go to. I guess... to be honest, I'm not a good person to suggest because I can't remember the last time I ever bought popcorn. But I can't do it. I'm a clown. Honestly, at first, it's really tricky. It's one of the big things that really helped me with makeup was realizing, and I didn't know this for a really long time, that one of the major difficulties is actually that you need to master is kind of brush pressure. So if you're going to be blending something here, you want to be really gentle. Whereas when you're trying to like blend something and you want to be quite hard with it. And one of the best things that you can do is hold the brush at the very end, which forces you to be really gentle and then go in like little circles if that's for blending. Sneak food in, or is I sneak food into the cinema. It's expensive. Hi farm. I'm pretty sure that brush is not clean. What? Huh. There's this one shade and it seems to, like, every time I try and pick the colour up, it turns blue. It's not what I want. That's really strange. Let me go pull out a different colour. You took a McDonald's meal to the cinema. I don't blame you. The thing is, like, it's just extreme. I wonder if that's where they get... How much do cinemas make? And like, where do they get most of their money? Is it from the tickets or is it from the food they sell? Like, what's the highest profit item? Does anybody know? Signs no outside. Do they? Oh my god, one time Ghost cooked fried rice and put it in a takeaway tub. And we brought it into the cinema, and I basically like gave myself indigestion because I ate it too quickly because I was so mortified the fact that he had put so much garlic in it that that you could absolutely smell it. And so I like and I was like pretending, and I was like, I'll do this and I'll pretend it's not us. And Ghost, like, oh my god, it took like half an hour, was thoroughly enjoying his meal, and I was just anyway, after that I said that we had to eat it in the car before the cinema. Half or more of the tickets are the people who make the movies. Oh, do they? I didn't know if it was like they bought a license or... I honestly don't really know much about cinemas. I feel stupid now knowing it was never a rule. I guess, honestly, it depends on the cinema. It's like 60% or more of the ticket sales go back to the studio. Ooh, that's a lot. Billy, now that you don't work at a cinema anymore, do you have any cinema secrets you're allowed to tell us? Some of Batman was filmed in Liverpool, was it really? It's so funny looking at the difference. My makeup on one side and the other. Basically paid my wages at my cinema job, so we were always trying to promote them as much as possible. Oh, right, okay. So I'm assuming then it's the food and drink that they get the most money. Way back where they used to use some... Yes! That right, ODI? Isn't that crazy? It's a bit naughty, to be honest. Depends on what kind of secrets. The secrets that we're not allowed to know. Billy has an NDA still in effect. Look, some secrets just can't be put out to the public. Billy's got all of them. And I've got the rest. You just can't know. You just can't know some of these cinema secrets. I had a housemate that worked at the theatre, and every week he would come home, and because somebody just squatted. What? I've heard of this. I've heard that people who like clean up at the cinema have to clean like a lot of human excrement. I can probably understand vomit, right? I can probably understand it. I could probably get my head around it. If you're like watching a film and you see some real gory thing and you thought you could handle it, turns out you couldn't. You feel sick. Wonder how many NDA Mel has concurrently. Concurrently right now, I have 4. 4! I have 4 secrets that I can't share with you guys right now. Yes. I have 5! 5. There's one that there's one that nothing came from it, but I'm held by NDA. Hi, Kings! It was clear they had dropped their pants and just went. Like, is that not just the most awful thing? It was so intentional. About any KFC secrets, even though I don't work there anymore either. So I can't tell you what the 7 herbs and spices are. They keep that secret well under wraps. Ghost used to work in the Apple shop, and they had like t-shirt. Were given like Apple t-shirts, and they were told at the end that that they were not allowed to dispose of their t-shirts unless they burnt them. Because people would sell their Apple t-shirts on eBay. Bit dramatic, but okay, whatever. Chili lime coated peanuts, that sounds delightful. What, really? Yeah, part of me wonders if they were joking and like it got taken seriously. I know, but then I knew somebody who worked at the Genius Bar in Apple and they just couldn't stand it. The one in Apple, the Genius Bar in Apple, was it Oxford Circus? Or what's the other one? Covent Garden. I think it was Covent Garden. Woo! Thank you so much, Zefangs. Thank you. Aw, so kind of you. Thank you. And that's how it goes in with the flamethrower. I mean, the top was ugly anyway. I don't really know. It's a bit of a stretch, in my opinion, to assume people were going to be stealing it. I assume so. People don't like sneak their way in, pretending to be an employee. But I mean, whatever. Hi, PG. How are you? That is such a cute emote. The little finger. There, yeah, there's. Oh, I have a question. I think I asked this before and I'm really sorry. I forgot. Does anybody know when Spider-Man is coming to a stream service? Which one? I was going to look just before stream and then honestly I completely forgot about it. It's how I feel all the time, always lurking while I'm working with angry eyes. If the employee discounts are really, I can get behind it. Generally though, everybody in there knows each other pretty well, so I think you have a real tough time. Blagging your way through that one. Oh yeah, I'm the new guy. I don't think the employee discounts were that good. I'm trying to recall. I've had Apple employee discount from friends before. Because the thing is, they have a friends and family one, and they know if you've used your own employee discount for an item, because when it gets registered with the serial number and it's not under your name, they know that you did something naughty. Whatever. They know. But they don't know if, say, you bought an Apple Pen under your employee discount and gave that to somebody. They won't know. But they will know if you buy an iPhone and you hand that to your friend. So that was how they would get away with it, which is why there was a different discount for you and friends and family. Hey, MLG! How are you? So British. Hey, Dusty. Discount parking for some cinemas in shopping centres and malls. Oh, really? Is Spider-Man No Way Home available to stream? Spider-Man No Way Home will be available to stream on demand starting March. Oh, that's so soon. I'm so sorry, gang. Do you know where? Because it's not going to be on Disney, is it? Hey, Mel. How are you? I feel much better. I was going to stream last night and then I didn't because I was feeling pretty rough. Oh my God, guys. I was feeling really rough and I was feeling really sorry for myself. So I decided that I should try and exercise the mind. So I did download Brain Training for the Nintendo Switch. I just went for it. And I was like, I'm going to buy it. I bought it and I was having a great time practicing Sudoku, doing all the stuff. And then within, like, I was doing the initial training task, which is you being introduced to it. I just, like, bought the game within 3 minutes, right? And then Ghost was like, and I used to play Brain Training a lot at school. Like, it was what I used to do all the time on the Nintendo DS. And then Ghost was like, oh my gosh, you bought the game? And I was like, I did, yeah. And then he was like staring at me while I was doing it, which was intimidating. Hi, No Space, No Time, how are you? And then I was like, look, I can make you a profile so that, you know, you don't have to hijack mine. Anyway, it's Ghost's game now. And then he was really impressed by it because he was like, oh my gosh, so then now what do I do? Like, and I was like, you just do like little training bits every day. And then he was like, start doing Sudoku. And then I swear down, I've never seen anyone do maths that quickly in my entire life. And I confronted Ghost today about how quickly he was doing these maths questions. Because the speed on these maths questions was on another level. We all know maths is not my strong point, okay? Art and maths, they've never gone together. It's science. And I confronted it. I was like, that maths was unbelievable. Like, that was the most unbelievable quick maths I've ever seen. And he was like, generally when I'm going through it, I've already started reading the next question. Like, he's writing the answer to the question, but he already knows the answer to the next one because he's just like maths. He's very good at maths. Did too much maths in his lifetime. And I was just like, and do you know the difference is he did all of the math sums on Brain Training in 27 seconds and mine was like 1 minute 12. Which, one of them, I got the question wrong and I was trying to write out my wrong answer and it thought my handwriting was so bad that it thought it was the correct answer and it gave me the point and I was looking at it like, okay, I'll take it. It's fine by me. He is Chinese. His maths is unbelievable. I've never seen maths like it in my life. It was just like 27 seconds, all sums done correct. He was like, I've already done the next. He was like, I already know the answer to the next one. I'm already. There are people that are good at maths. He's phenomenal at maths. And like, it got to the point I was watching it, and I really wanted to film part of it. It was just like. Bang, 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 done. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. I've never seen someone do maths like it in my life. I've always been surrounded by people who are bad at maths. I am feeling so much better. Thank you, Zero. Maths, see, literature for me is really good. However, I don't think it's fair for me to say like, but Ghost, your literature is not as good because English is his second language. So I'm still like, it's not really fair for me to be like, but I'm faster at reading, me with my only one language. Oh, thank you. Hey! Thank you so much. Thank you for the raid, my lovely. How are you doing? Welcome on in, everyone. My name is Mel, Impress07, and I do makeup on stream. Today I'm doing a like sketchy makeup look on one side. Welcome on in. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Most on-demand services, you can. Sorry, I just want to grab that one piece of vital information. Amazon Prime Video. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much, gang. Hi, what did you do on your stream? Thank you for choosing to raid me, of all people on the internet. Thank you so much. How was your day? Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I love how you've lit up my chat. I love this. Look at it. Look at it go. This is so cute. Oh, MDI, thank you so much for gifting to Haiti. Thank you so much. I feel like your emotes come with a whoop, 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 whoop. We were doing the music. Oh, I'm glad. I'm really glad. I hope you all had the best time. We are highly trained overthinkers coming by to say that you're awesome. Thank you so much. Right, you can hear the emotes. They come with a whoop, 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 don't they? They do. They do. I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear colour. Thank you. That's really kind of you. Thank you again, MDI. Everyone's too nice. Where did I put my eyebrow pencil? Well, I guess in true Mcroft07 fashion, something had to. I found it. I need to think about if I'm an overthinker or not. It's such a thing though, isn't it? Am I overthinking this? Or is it genuinely something I need to worry about? Oh! Thank you so much, Tiger. Thank you so much for the 100 bits, my lovely. Get rid of that bit. That'll do. That'll do me just fine. I actually recorded the voice for a movie trailer today on stream. It's called Butter. Oh, that's so exciting! Have you done voice work? Wow! Thank you so much, AC. Thank you for the 100 bits, my lovely. Thank you. 200 IQ. So smart. Have you done voice work before? I've had people tell me that I should do it, but like, I think that I would be terrible. I think my intonation would be wrong. I know Rexia wants me to do something for them. Rexia's like modded Fallout to the point where it's basically 75% Fallout and 25% Tomb Raider. And I think Brexia just likes my accent. So I think Brexia wants me to just be like, hello and welcome to my humble abode. Please feel free to have a look around. Bye, gang. Thank you so much for spending some time here. It was completely silly and not serious at all because my voice cracks a lot and I leaned into it and did a whole movie trailer reading in an exaggerated crack voice. Guys, I don't... Okay, here was one of my NDA things that I couldn't tell you, but I just can't hold it anymore. Heidi is actually the voice of EA Sports. Oh my goodness gracious. Hi, Sims. How are you doing? You scared the living daylights out of me. How are you all doing? Welcome in. I'm feeling spoiled. I never do Friday streams. Yet, here we are. Thank you so much. A double raid. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness gracious. Hi everyone, I'm Mel. I'm Presto7. I do makeup and body art here on Twitch. Everything that you do. How are you doing, my lovely? Do you know what? I updated all my alerts and I was like, look at me in my alerts. Wow, I did such a good job. But now what I have failed to do is understand the volume control on all of my alerts that I made last week. And they all seem to jump scare me. like pretty much every single one seems to get me, and I don't know how I've managed this, to be honest with you. I feel like the biggest clown there is. And I'm like, thank you so much, Sims. How are you? My fellow collective, how are you? Yeah, so I changed them all up because I didn't want them to match anymore and I wanted them to be chaotic as hell. Because I had the same ones for like almost 3 years, I think. And I like the full screen ones. I like it to just take over. Mel's worst enemy is Mel. It's true. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing, for those of you who don't know, and don't know what I do here on Twitch. Oh, like, so you can see this. This is actually, these are really, really old pieces because it's a 15-minute long video. And quite honestly, I don't have... Ah! MDI, thank you so much. Thank you for gifting. This is the stuff... So I do the full bodies and then I also like to try and animate them. It's difficult. So this is what I like to practice doing. Last week we did the Scarlet Witch and tomorrow I'm planning on doing Supergirl. However, I need to iron my cape after the stream because we can't have Supergirl without a nicely pressed cape. You know what I mean? Which is one of the things that I need to do later on. My life. So that's what I'll be doing. I like to we do the full torso pieces on the Saturdays, and I like doing small detail pieces on weekdays. I'm always jealous of all of you lot though, Sims, because I have to when I do a look, like it has to be done in one sitting. I can't put it down and be like, I'll come back to that later. You've forever got some kind of envy from me. So you all know. High cape standards. We've got some high cape standards. Doing professional looking. I don't think they're that professional looking. It's usually me sobbing while I'm making them and not understanding, like, I'm being like, is my computer going to be able to handle this one? It couldn't handle it the other day. What couldn't it handle? Susan Storm. I haven't finished my Susan Storm. It didn't like it. It corrupted the file. And I immediately had this, like, detest for Susan Storm because of it. The video was awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I like to try and do as many as I can, but they take a long time and I'm still learning. So, we'll see. I have Susan Storm still to do with Scarlet Witch. Do you make hats? No. Not really. Usually if I'm going to be doing a hat for a look, can I make you a hat? No. Usually if I'm going to be doing a look, I'll buy a hat and then I'll just kind of edit it. But I don't do commissions or anything like that. Because I spend a lot of my time doing work for companies. I don't do like cosplay stuff. I'll pay you. Here's the thing you're not hearing when I'm saying it. I'll say it once more for you. No. Alright, that's good. One of the things that I like to do here as well is I like to use my stripe in my hair. Come and make me a cool pirate hat. Wasteland Queen, I feel like you're not very good at understanding what the word no means. Can you tell me the definition of no? You try again? I'll give you another opportunity to understand what no means. What if I give you some biscuits? Do you make me a hat? Are you secretly blonde? You're boring me. Sorry. You got a board ban. Okay. Capes are unpractical. I agree. They are not the best. However, they look good. Hi, how are you doing, Top Hat? I was just saying that I don't make hats. I should have sent them your way. No capes! Okay, let me do some recording. Mel, I need a hat. Will you make me one? I'm gonna let yourself answer that one, Dusty. To be honest with you. It cost you 500 coconuts. Guys, Dusty sent through today that she was playing Animal Crossing again, and I had zero desire to jump on the game. I'm good, thank you for asking. Like, my desire was nothing. Absolute zero desire to go on Animal Crossing. I was like, no, I'm not joining in with this hell again. I came off after I cleared the weeds. Okay, Dusty, I'm not being funny, but what's the point? Because if you're not going to play again for another, like, few weeks, you're going to have to clear the weeds again. You might as well just, like, not clear the weeds at all, and then only clean them once. Aw, thank you so much, Ollie. I really appreciate that. God tier. Goodness grief. What a compliment. Thank you. I'm good. Died down by a lot. You know what? It did last a really long time though. I fully believe that I got my money's worth out of that game. You can just watch Mel paint. I love that. Now what if I make you a hat? I'm also alright, thank you. I actually need to make a hat. Hi Kimmy, how are you? I actually need to make a hat with for a paint. For a company soon. And I'm scared. Because I don't make hats. You would wear a cape? A long one with a golden chain? I feel like I've seen someone wear a cape like that before. Why do I feel like I've seen that in my encyclopedias? How much money worth of paint? I think that one's quite hard to answer, to be honest with you, because I use a lot of different brands. The brands all have different prices, depending on the formula. I use a lot of eyeshadow, so it wouldn't necessarily just be the paint. The thing I go through the most is eyeliner. But honestly, another reason why I find that hard to answer for you is because while I do top up my own paint supplies, I don't top them up that much because companies send me their paints to use. Which I'm very fortunate about. So, for instance, and it took me a long time before I was able to kind of like get to that level. But yeah, now I'm really fortunate because they send me the paint. So I don't have to top up as much as I used to. Because when I did used to have to buy paint, it was really difficult to be able to keep up with it all. Yeah, and it's going to depend, like, it would also depend on the colour that I use. I'm not trying to, like, avoid answering your question. It's just really hard to answer, to be honest with you. Parabellum, what colour would you like? Nina. It's 100% well deserved. Though I think it's safe to say you're on top of your game. Thank you. No, yeah, I've been painting for a while. I think anyone can do it. I think it's just a lot of practice, to be honest with you. Melda's buns now, huzzah! If you could be a hat, what kind of hat would you be? I'd want it to be a hat like Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget has a good hat. It's unsurprisingly very useful in every situation, apparently. You love my artwork? Thank you so much. Alright, let's see. Not very useful, but I'm fancy. It's good business. You know, it's handy. It's ideal, really, because it kind of ties in with the beauty world. So the beauty industry is like a multi-billion-dollar industry, and they like looking for makeup influencers, and so I kind of like lean into that area, which means that they have a lot of companies with makeup where they want to send makeup to people and like get it's just an industry which focuses heavily on that. So I kind of like try and ride that train. How you doing, Tori? I'm good, thank you. That blew my mind the other day. If somebody believes in reincarnation, that means that each time that they've died, they become born again, but it doesn't say the specific amount of times it happens, nor does it account for time. So if you're reincarnated, essentially you are everybody at every time period. We're all just talking to ourselves at different phases of our timeline. I find it really funny when I see videos of people like having like existential crisis moments where they're looking around and they're like, everybody here is an NPC. There's no way. Popped in my head for some reason. Is that happening this year? The Halloween pizza shop? I had forgotten completely about the Halloween pizza shop. I like a grey alien. I've done grey looks before where I've done Virgo. I did the Zodiacs. I did a Regal Spider with SFX. You're doing an eyeliner? That's awesome. Does it really? Zero? Theory gets misused. I never really thought about it.
Okay, let's do this fucking shit.
I already have a top hat. No, but it's just a thought though, isn't it, Zeefangs? Like, we know there's no proof, otherwise it would be a fact, wouldn't it? It's just an idea. Wrong my whole life? I guess we all are. Alrighty, let's see now. Let's take the darker brush and let's add some more shading into here. Let's try and see if we can get this to lift. The moon is so theory. How many ways can we use the word theory even more incorrect? Yeah, I saw that Parabellum. Yeah, having their life flash before their eyes. I think it was quite. And transferring elsewhere. Well, it's a thing, isn't it? It's just an idea. I think it's fun to explore ideas. Oh, Tori, my lovely. That sounds really, really tricky to get through. But I get this. I was kind of mad at myself when I saw your incredible Gwen, so that I missed the process. Oh, thank you. The torn one. Oh, because I still have to go outside again. It's the thing is though, sometimes it smells so good. Thank you so much, Rap. How you doing? Oh, so there's a difference between the word theory and hypothesis. I think that makes sense. So much learning, so much education. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm taking a grey eyeshadow and I'm using that to be kind of my pencil shading. So I'm adding this in where I would expect to see shading on a sketch of a face. And I'm starting with the lighter colours first, so the lighter shades of grey first. And then we're going to work our way to be darker. So I'm going to start here. And I'm also going to include it along the cheekbones. Is your personal new favourite? Aww! You guys are always far too kind to me, always finding like new favourites that you like. Right, so I'm essentially trying to imagine what a sketch of my face might look like in black and white. and I'm adding the shading in around roughly where I think it would be. And you can kind of match it, to be honest, with how you might normally do your contour. But obviously this, you're starting more with a blank face, so it's easier to see the contrast. And then I'm going to go in with a darker shade. You're just so darn skilled. I always find something new to love. Thank you. What a lovely thing to say. Okay, and then I'm going to go in now with some black, and I'm going to deepen some areas. Not all of them. And I'm not worried if it looks a little bit sketched out and messy, because hey ho, that's literally the point. The Scarlet Witch paint. Oh, thank you. Do you know what? I was a bit unsure about it at first. The eyes, I just totally lifted them from a screenshot of her. Yeah, to you. It's just took her eyes. It's like, yoink. Valorant, I haven't, to be honest with you. I've seen some people recommend some to me, though. Because I don't take requests, but I do take suggestions. And I have seen some people say that they would like me to do some at some point. I've never played it, so usually I do a lot of stuff that I'm familiar with. Such a great depth of field. Thank you. I try. Sometimes it's so hard to get things right, but yeah, I'm really happy with the way that I'm like. Oh! MJ, are you serious? Oh my goodness. Look, Batman on his opening weekend. Oh my god! MD, are you crazy? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. Holy hell. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Holy heck and heck. Thank you so much. You're far too kind to me. Thank you so much. Thank you. That makes a massive difference to me. As always, thank you so much for being so supportive. I'll never get over it. I never will. Truly. Thank you. Toasty, I don't, that emote is something else. Oh Oh, I should show the product. As per usual, I wonder which colours I use the most. Oh yes, Toasty! I'm so glad it was obvious. You're so good at pinpointing exactly what I'm talking about. Just like 2 peas in a pod, aren't we, Toasty? You've done low? Do you think? I don't even know what time I started, to be honest with you. The fan's running full speed? Oh my god, really? Did it not go to sleep properly? Oh, to be fair, I've been live an hour. New goal. Do you know what? Again, I didn't even open Stream Elements because I... Right, Queen, I don't know why I didn't go on sleep mode. That's really strange for you. I do this thing where I don't ever, like, believe that anything's gonna happen on stream, so I don't, like, open things to change stuff. My trip home is about 40 minutes. I mean, fair enough, it does seem like I took quite a lot in that space of time. It's because I'm still trying to make sure I can hit movie night. I'm trying to do both for you today. There is no limit! Oh, I know what we need. Oh, I don't know how much it is. Let me just check the price of it. It's Plasti Dip. Normally I get, buy them in a few, I normally buy quite a few. Where do I normally get it from? I usually have it up on eBay, I think. I think I found it was cheaper there. Plasti Dip. Kick up the France to try and compensate. Oh, really, Jeff? My friend, here we go. Oh, this one's so extortionate. Yeah, they're like £12.99 each. Okay, so if I was gonna buy... If I only got 2. Okay. I'll just call it. Okay, hang on. No, it doesn't fit. Ah. Hurry up. You'll float too. Bang back. May have drained more battery power. My friend, when we were at uni, she had so much paperwork in her bag, and she used to keep paperwork as well in her laptop, laptop case, that she walked all the way to uni, and then she got there, and the weight of it, she thought her laptop was in there, but she left it at home. I felt really bad for her. She was so upset. She had to walk back home to go get her computer. So you know you're carrying too much stuff in your bag. That is a distressing level of paperwork. Giveaway is the same. I walked back home to move something onto a OneDrive, but then I forgot my laptop charger and my laptop was dead. No! No! Yeah, the other day, it was last month, I went to go pay, somebody gave me a check, and I went to go pay it into the bank, and Ghost drove me, and I forgot the check. You know when you just like, you just have these days where you're just like, ugh. I was like, I'm so sorry. But you do just have these days, don't you? Where you're just like, oh, for God's sake. He was like, we were like, they were like 3/4 of the way there, and he was just in the car, and was like, you've got the check, haven't you? And I was like, oh, we need to go back. I'm so sorry. How you doing, Ghost? I'm good, thank you. How are you? If you need a back support harness to carry your laptop paperwork, you should rethink your arrangement. Do you know what? It was when we were at uni and you had to have so many like proof of prints and all sorts because of the course that we were doing. We were doing graphic design, but we focused a lot on print. Oh my god, it was hell. There was so much paperwork. And we had drawers so that we could keep stuff there, but the drawers were all full. It was just, oh my god. I've always thought one of the reasons why my back is quite strong is because, so also as well, when I was at school, we didn't have lockers. People seem to find this unbelievable when I mention this to some people. I never had lockers. I carried everything. Like, I would wake up in the morning and then see what I needed for what classes I had that day. I'd have all my stuff at home, and then I would carry all of it in a bag. And then I would use it all at school and come back home and then change it for the next day. So I didn't have like a locker to put my stuff in. So I carried it the entire day. So I would carry like, I don't know, like 10 books. And anything else I needed, and my lunch, and like my PE kit. I just carry all of it. It's barely able to fit. Yeah, no, like I honestly like carried all of it. Having PE and cookery in the same day, and then you'd have to carry like stupid like containers and your PE kit. Yeah, so I'd carry everything. Everything that I would need, I'd have to carry it. When I was studying architecture, yeah, a lot of people don't. That's not normal. We never had lockers at school. The art, but mine as well was when I had the ring binders, and you essentially had to carry, because you had a ring binder of all paperwork, because some classes didn't have like books, and you essentially had to carry a ring binder of all the work you had done all year, and it would just keep accumulating, and you'd have to carry it with you. God damn. I think this is why I ended up with quite a strong back, because like, and I used to sometimes, for a long time, I only had a bag that I carried on one shoulder. Yeah, sorry. Didn't you all know I'm shredded? Yeah, and you'd have it on one shoulder, so you'd literally just be like a tank on one side, the other side's kind of weak. But like on one side, you'd be like, yes, those, yeah, they really did. And then like, I wouldn't have anywhere to put it seems like some places it's really common, and in other areas it's not then. Shrimp posture. Oh, it's far more beast than my left. Yeah, this shoulder's definitely like, and my back as well. I remember the first time I started like working out my back with weights, I think I was straight onto like 15 kilos with a dumbbell. And I was like, it wasn't even that much of a struggle at first. This is a long time ago. And I remember thinking like, I need a heavier weight to be at. I couldn't do it on my left, but like my right side of my back, I was just like, yeah. For some reason, finally realised how heavy the bag was. Yes, I actually knew a girl who was a professional ballerina, and I was training to be a professional ballerina, sorry. And when she went on to go work in Phantom of the Opera worldwide. Anyway, and her ballet teacher found out that that her right shoulder was 1 centimeter lower than her left, and she had to correct it by wearing the bag on the left hand side for like 8 months to force that one to drop lower because it wasn't balanced. You push too hard? What, working out? On one side, due to all the muscle. Yeah, it was really quite strong at one point, this side. And then suddenly it rains. Quite honestly, on the days when it would rain were horrible. Impossible. Yeah, she'd have to... Yeah, because I used to do like an hour walk to school. It's so uncomfortable wearing it on the wrong shoulder. But I used to outweigh it by having the bag on this shoulder and then carrying my PE kit in another bag. I don't know why. I don't know why I just didn't get a really like decent backpack, but I don't think it was trendy, so obviously I had to look like I blended in. Couldn't no, don't pick on me. I have to blend in with the rest of the people. Crossbody bags, yes. Do you know what? Crossbody bags were a major thing, and I hate them. To this day, I don't like them. I don't mind like the short ones. No, and I hate carrying things in my hands. It makes me angry. I hate the fact that sometimes I have to carry something. You know when like, I don't know if you've ever been on like a night out and you've ended up with having to like I hate this. I hate this so much. I don't know if you've ever had this issue before, where you've basically had to carry everything in a hand and enjoy your night like this. I don't know. I feel like I see a lot of girls go through this, and it's really annoying. Oh, I hate that. Isn't it so irritating? And you're just expected to like, oh yeah. You know what I mean? When you have these days where this is what this is what your day is. They're the worst. They're the worst. I don't know. Like I can't. Especially because on nights out, I used to try and like sneak in Skittles and like rice cakes because I'd get hungry. I'd be like starving, so I just bring like snacks with me to the club. It's like, because you have to leave the club in order to get food. And I don't want to do that. So I'd be like, bringing, I don't know, like Magic Stars or some kind of snack. It feels, right, because then you don't want to, like, Skittles, sometimes rice cakes. If I could, you know when you got like the mini baby size backpacks, like the Lara Croft backpacks, oh, I was on another level with those. I tell you what, I used to have one of those. The zipper broke, but my God, I would fit so much food in it. Right, Mort? Yeah, my backpack was gigantic when I was a kid. And then the thing is, as well, is I don't really know what I was carrying it for. When I was trying to think about this the other day, I was sat here and I was like, okay, so I had school dinners when I was a kid. But I always had a backpack and I wasn't allowed a pencil case because I had to use the pens provided. And they had all my books. This was when I was at like infants, junior school. They had all my books. So I wasn't carrying a packed lunch. I wasn't carrying any books. I wasn't carrying any stationery. So I was thinking this the other day. I was like, so why did I have a backpack? What was I putting in there? What was honestly in there that was so important? Because I can't think of anything. I'm starting to think you really are a genius. Queen, I swear to God, if you ever go on a night out again, pack snacks. It'll change your life. I don't know, guys. I have no idea. I don't know what was in there. Pokemon cards. Do you know what was a massive thing at one point? Is those Pokemon magnets? And we used to have like a container unit at my school, and it was metal. And it was where they stored like all of the sports day equipment. And everybody used to like fling those magnetic Pokemon magnets at them. It completes the outfit. I think that must have literally been it. I don't think I had anything in there. A letter to have taken home to my parents when they picked me up. But they could have taken it. With novels and sketchbooks. No, Queen, sorry. I'm talking about like infants. Like child. Why? I don't know. This was before this is before I had homework. You had a Tamiya car and a Game Boy? Oh, I had a Game Boy bag and it was like designed to only fit the Game Boy. Tiny bits of folder paper in the bottommost regions of the backpack. Yes. Water? No? It's so weird to think, isn't it? Like, I don't know what I was honestly carrying. I don't know. Top Hat, I only at the moment read non-fiction, so I might not be able to help you if you're looking for fiction. As long as it's interesting. I read this one last year and I did like it, but I don't know if you'd be interested in the subject. Of the two books on my shelf, I read this one and it was called Into Thin Air, as you can quite clearly read. But it's about a genuine. It's a genuine story of a group that climbed Everest. It is a bit heartbreaking though, because it was a tragedy. I can read you the blurb if you want. A harrowing tale of the perils of high altitude climbing, a story of bad luck and worse judgment, and heartbreaking heroism. Reeling from the brain-altering effects of oxygen depletion, John, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, John Cracker reached the summit of Mount Everest in the early afternoon of May 10, 1996. He hadn't slept in 57 hours, and as he turned to begin the perilous descent from 29,028 feet, roughly the cruising altitude of an Airbus jetliner, 20 other climbers were still pushing doggedly to the top, unaware that the sky had begun to roll with the clouds. This is the terrifying story of what really happened that fateful day at the top of the world, during what would be the deadliest season in the history of Everest. In this harrowing yet breathtaking narrative, Cracker takes the read. Sorry, I still don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. I hope I am. Cracker takes the reader along with his ill-fated expedition, step by precarious step, from Kathmandu to the mountain's pinnacle, where, plagued by a combination of hubris, greed, poor judgment, and plain bad luck, they would fall prey to the mountain's unpredictable fury. With more than 3 million copies in print in all editions, this sensational book virtually defines excellence in the genre of narrative non-fiction. Brilliantly written and supported by unimpeachable reporting into thin air, will by turns thrill and terrify. Are you painting today? Oh, I'm kind of doing like a sketch, but I thought it'd be cool to do like Wonder Woman underneath it. I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah, there was basically a tragedy. I think it was in 1996, and John was sent to Everest to write essentially a report. Thank you so much for the blessing. To write a report for a magazine. I can't remember what magazine it was for, and because of the environment, everybody. I'm hooked. Oh yeah, it because of the conditions and the environment and what it's like on Everest, everybody's memory starts failing. So it's quite sad because everybody who survived couldn't agree on what happened to different people. Like they just all couldn't understand what happened because they would be remembering things wrong. And it's not a spoiler because I think it's like it's at the very beginning, which shows. Oh, it's for Outside Magazine that he was meant to write it. And to show that they didn't know what was going on. I think it's like the very, very first paragraph or something. He's doing his descent. And there's a part which I can't remember what it's called, but you have to like hook and climb. And there's only one person can get by at a time. So if you're at the top going down, you have to wait for everybody else to come up. And he was like, and he really needed to get down. So he said to the person behind him, "Can you turn my oxygen off or down while I wait before I climb down?" And the person was like, "Yeah, no problem." And then he was like, "Oh, I started to feel really great and I felt good." And then by the time there was like 3 people left, he found out that the guy behind him hadn't turned it off, but had put it on maximum. So he was now he was like virtually out of oxygen. And because no one can really function. And it's like, oh my God. And it's just, it's really interesting to see how realistic it is at Everest. And it's not, I think it's always shown as like, wowee, if you can climb stairs, you can climb Everest. And it's really not the case. I was very, I thought it was really insightful. Yeah, it's just, yeah, and there was other things like sometimes like it would just give way and people would just like the mountain would just give way and people would just drop, and it was frightening. Like how you're completely alone. It was really scary to read it, but it was really insightful as to what it's genuinely like at Everest, and the different camps as well, because some of the camps were quite nasty. About hallucinations and all sorts. Yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, it just doesn't function. And he was like, oh my God, I need to get down. And he was like freaking out. And then I think he said he was like, by the time he got to the top, he was over it. He was there for like less than 5 minutes. And he was like, all right, I've done it. I've seen it. I think he took a picture and was like, I'm going down. But then, yeah, then he just got there at the right time and then left. And then he said that when he wrote the article for Outside Magazine, because that's what he was sent to do, I think he had maybe like 2,000 words or something, and he was like, it just wasn't enough, and it's bothered him for years. So then he felt like the only way he could do it justice was to write an entire book about what happened. I also heard and read about people who keep thinking there's an extra person there. Yeah, it's weird. It's really strange and I think he was also mentioning that people ended up arguing where people were, and they couldn't pinpoint where everybody was together, and it was just it's really, really stressful. Nick, you can call me Mel. I was like screaming my way through it, trying so desperately to get them all done because I still had to edit the video together. Cool. So close, Billy. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna take... Chomp. Like the bottom. Oh, thank you. No, yeah, I find it really fun. For a long time, I used to really try and stick the individual lashes on. But now I just quite like doing this. Okay, bye, Nick.
Huel Float 2. No prep, no cooking. Huel Black Edition is a perfectly balanced meal with less carbs, no protein. More protein, plus fats and fiber, and 27 essential vitamins and minerals for only $2.20 per meal. Hi, Melanie, how are you? 34 perfectly balanced meals, no artificial sweeteners, and gluten-free. #ad.
Oh, thank you for the posture check. It seems to be okay so far. Okay, let's see about adding in a bit of shading there. A little bit here. A bit more contrast. Okay, sweet. Alright, now I'm going to go in with one of my eyeliners. That seems to work. And I'm going to neaten up this line. Oh my gosh, what is catching on my hair? It's like pulling it out. There's something on my headphones, I swear, is like slowly pulling it out. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, now the reason why I'm putting mascara on is because on this side I accidentally got some white paint on my eyelashes, so I need to kind of like get rid of that. So I'm going to coat my eyelashes here in a mascara. I'm going to brush that up while I'm here. Well, there we go. You'll flow too. Oh, did it, Tasty? What did you go for? Thank you for the hydrate. Oh no, Billy. You got the cinnamon bun one? Do you like it? I haven't tried the cinnamon one. I'm currently on coffee caramel. You haven't tried it? Let me know when you do. I hope you like it. I'm sure you will. Yeah, lashes on the other side. Hi Mark, hello from the UK. If anybody's new here, by the way, and you want to see some other work I've done, you can follow me on Instagram. You can do !S. I've also got DeviantArt and Twitter and the TikTok. You can find me on there. Enjoy. Oh, do you know what? I don't know if I've still got that grey lens. I'm going to have a look and see if I've got it, and then I can put it in. We're only 4 subs away from the extra stream next week and for giveaways. I will do the giveaways tomorrow though. And we're going to be doing 3 if we hit this one again. There'll be 3 giveaways tomorrow. I do plan to move the giveaways to be like when I unlock them. I moved them to the Saturdays because I couldn't keep up. But I'm hoping now I should be able to go back to being able to do them when we unlock them soon. Does Star Wars Lady get to do giveaways? Star Wars Lady will get to do giveaways. But I'm not gonna force it on Star Wars Lady just yet. I feel like, you know, I don't want to overwhelm Star Wars Lady. Make Star Wars Lady do them. It's just because you don't want to do it, Toasty. We did throw Billy in the deep end once, if you remember. I think I made her do 52 giveaways in one day. The first one, and it went horrendously. That's why, like, I'm not worried because I don't want to overwhelm because I know it's strange. It's the way that you press it, isn't it? When you press them, it's odd. It doesn't make sense. 50. I did make you do 52. 50. Oh, I think it was 52 giveaways. I did make you do 52 giveaways in a day once. And then Twitch blocked you from messaging everybody because it thought you were a spam. Because you were sending links. Nostro, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Let's go. Thank you so much, Nostro, for gifting to Banana, to Just Wonder, to Porterhouse, to Wand, and to Lou. Thank you so much. You've unlocked the extra stream for next week. Thank you so much. you. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I'll never get over you guys being so kind. Thank you so much. Aw, thank you. Guys, extra stream next week. Thanks to all of you for being absolutely unreal. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you guys. I honestly never know what to say because I feel like you guys always do far too much for me, and like I really appreciate it, especially because, and I always say this, but Twitch is a free platform and you guys always go above and beyond for me, so thank you. Yeah. I know this freaks people out sometimes. It's not the nicest feeling in the world, but... Thank you so much. Just in case anybody doesn't know, anything extra that obviously doesn't go back into the channel, it goes towards me moving out, etc. I wish I had an update, but it just feels slow. I've never known anything to be so slow before, and I feel like I move at a speed of like 30 syllables a second, and so I kind of don't understand like why is everything taking so long. But I feel like this is one of those times where I just have to be patient. Hi Jupiter, how are you? I have to be patient even though I don't want to be. I'm hoping that I'm going to get some work through soon. I did have one, but it got pushed back. So we'll see. Paint's looking great. Thank you. It's just like a little one, but I think... do you know what I just really like as well? Is I've essentially just used white paint and a grey tone palette and an eyeliner. We obviously disregard this section because this is just like my normal makeup look, my normal makeup. And you're able to do quite a lot with not too much, and sometimes like I honestly want to be able to push that a lot more, because I always fear that people will think that if you want to do anything with makeup you have to have like the most unreal makeup collection, because I used to think that. Yes! Oh my god, Jeff, that's exactly what it feels like. Oh. I think it doesn't help that I'm extremely impatient. I don't think that's helped anything, let's be honest. Okay, this matches more. Sometimes you have to just like make it look like it's part of the thing, otherwise if you don't, it stands out more. And I don't want my ear to stand out. So sometimes you have to kind of just, you know, add a little bit. This eyeliner is done. Another one gone. I'm gonna have to do another eyeliner order again. I can't believe how quickly I need to do them. Moving process? Yeah, it's ear liner. That's exactly what it is. It's just frustrating. It's like you just want everything to start happening and moving. But it's not important to anyone else but you.
Mel, we're gonna have to do some thinking. What's next, Mel?
Think, 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 think. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do next? Another one bites the dust. Another one. You still don't want to move the heavy furniture. Do you know what? I wouldn't mind the heavy furniture because to me, I feel like that's the thing that will make it look like it's more in place. I think my big scare is the refurbishing. Thank you. Mine's the refurbishment, like putting in the new kitchen. And so Ghost and I are trying to spend our time designing the kitchen on the IKEA website because you can get kitchens from IKEA and they're a bit cheaper. And I just feel like, do you know the thing that gets me is like, you're like, oh, do you know what? It would be better if this shelf had 3 tiers instead of 2. And it's like, okay, but that's like an extra 300 quid. Oh, do you know what, Queen? I bought a game last night and it was because it was £1.50 on the Nintendo Switch eStore. And it's called Tools Up and it's Overcooked, but for home refurbishment, and you have to put the carpet down and like strip the wallpaper and repaint the walls and tile the rooms. And I bought it so Ghost and I could practice. I was like, look, I'm gonna put ourselves in like a high stress situation. It was only £1.50, so I was like, okay. And we were playing it last night, and Ghost was like, we were getting so angry because we couldn't figure out why it was. We had finished everything in the house, and it was telling us to tidy up, and we got rid of everything, and it turned out we hadn't finished, and we couldn't understand why we kept losing. It was like, oh, you failed. Oh, because the time had run out, but we would be stood outside, like, I don't know. And we would be checking and we had finished like all the like carpet laying. It turned out that when they give you like a bucket of paint, you can accidentally knock it over, right? But when we were trying to like tidy up after we had finished, both of us, which admittedly was me starting it out, I found out you could throw items. So I would like throw the carpet out the front door. And then I was also throwing buckets of paint out the front door. And apparently, if there's paint that has been spilled outside the front door, that counts as you not finishing tidying up. So I was like launching this paint to get rid of it out of the apartment and being like, it's clean. And then the game was like, it's just not tidy, you failed. And Ghost and I were just like, but we've done everything. And then when we spun the camera around, we realized there was like 3 paint buckets that we had knocked over by the front door that we just hadn't noticed. Isn't that so picky? We failed one of the levels like 12 times, and we were like Googling what was the problem because I was like, maybe the game's glitched or something. What kitchen system? I really like I really like the handleless ones. I like modern kitchens. I would like it to be like high contrast, like my hair, like black and white. I don't think actually in IKEA, I think it's like a really dark grey, the one that's handleless. But yeah, we were looking at it's like to add an extra shelf. And do you know what I really love? One of my favourite things is, you know, the drawers, but they're inside a cupboard, and then they're quite thin, but then you like. There's drawers after you open the cupboard door. They're not just drawers, and they're a bit more spaced out. I don't know if I'm making sense. It's like a cupboard, and then you like pull the drawers out. So yeah, I love those because I think they're very tidy. Yes, the drawers in the cupboards, and then when you pull out that one drawer and it's all the condiments stood upright, I like those as well. And I just couldn't believe how expensive like. And the thing is, I know that IKEA is like the cheaper spectrum because I had a friend who got her kitchen done, and she got it all from IKEA. I like IKEA. I don't care if people are like, oh, IKEA's cheap. I need it to be cheap. I need it. And Her kitchen cost, I think, $5,000, which is good for a kitchen because other places we were looking, they were like kind of like quoting like $15,000 for a kitchen. 15. Yeah, it was. You have to tidy it so well. I couldn't believe it, but now I know. So now I won't throw paint buckets out the door. Vox Top. Oh, is that what it's called? Okay, yeah. I wouldn't know. I like the white countertops as well. I think they're really nice. $15,000 for these kitchens that like we were getting quoted, and I was like, you know when somebody like gives you a quote and you're like, wow, okay, yeah, no, we'll definitely think about it. Like what, like. So I mean it's just a bit too expensive, and then so yeah, because essentially like we're hoping to get a place that it's a bit run down because it's a bit cheaper, and then we're gonna like refurbish it ourselves because we would probably we want to like make it our own anyway. So that was the plan, but I just can't get over like how expensive some of these kitchens can be. But that was the thing that I was getting annoyed at. It was literally like. And I didn't know another way around it. So I was trying to find like a shelving unit, right? And instead of it having just 2 shelves, I put in another piece of wood. And I put that across the few, so they all were the same. And it was like an extra £300. We were quoted something like, yeah, whoa. And do you know what? It's like as well, I didn't realise there was like such a thing about kitchen branded ovens. And I know like you can get like induction and stuff, but I've just never really something I considered that people are really funny about what brand of oven you have. That's me. Sorry, that's me. It's like, don't forget movie night later. Of the kitchen and about to post the bathroom. Oh, thank you so much, Jupiter. I really like contrasty stuff. Neff's the one. Thank you. I couldn't remember the name. Yeah, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, like you have to have a Neff. Like you have to come to sell your kitchen. And like the thing is, as well, is like when everyone's like, oh, but what if you come to sell it? And the way I'm seeing it is like, if you go to sell your house anyway, the first thing people want to do is rip out the kitchen, so they can put one in themselves. As far as I'm concerned, because that's the argument. Oh, but when you come to sell your house, you have to like if you don't have Neff, then people are like not interested in the kitchen. And I was just kind of like, yeah, but they're gonna rip the kitchen out anyway, aren't they? Most people at least take out a bathroom or a kitchen. That's the first thing they do when they move into a house, is they just tend to like change the kitchen because it's a hassle and it's the first thing people do. So that I didn't really understand that argument for the kitchen, and get custom fronts, which gives you more options. Yeah, I think that's kind of what we ended up. I've never heard of Neff. I had never heard of it until I started looking into like kitchen, just general like. Also, I've somehow accidentally managed to like knock a bruise in here, and it's not the Scarlet Witch thing because that was up there, and I don't know what I've done here. I've headbutted something. Anyway, just so you all know here, I don't know what I've headbutted, but I've headbutted something. Anyway, what does it matter? So it's like snooty brands, I guess. Let the house speak to you. Yeah. Are leaving kitchens in place and keeping the carcasses and replacing them. A lot of people are replacing doors. Yeah, I'd want to replace the doors. All the doors are kind of like old. I don't like the old doors. To update looks rather than full rebuilds, we'd have to rip the kitchen out in this one. The thing is as well, is like a lot of housing stuff goes in trends, doesn't it? Need more green. Green, no. Green. I don't even know Viking kitchens appliances. That's how you know it's not in my budget. Ball greens everywhere. My old house has ugly new doors. Your old house. How do you know? Oh, you like old. Oh, sorry, I missed the first. Yeah, you like old doors. Yeah, I don't know. I like the I like simple wooden doors. There is an eyelash, like, on my eye. I got it. I'm pretty sure it has its original fixtures and fittings, minus the eye. Yeah, they don't tend to update those, do they? Well, finish the loading. Thank you. I like a lot of things to be... the thing is, I quite like a lot of stuff to be quite simple and minimal, which is... which doesn't match, like, me and my artwork and my studio room. But apart from, like, having a giant mess in my studio room, I like everything else to be just kind of, like, clean, minimal, not have much. Because I feel like this is the chaos zone where I create chaos art. My chaos craft. Chaos craft. But everywhere else, I'm just like, I don't need that. This is why I just can't. And you know, as well, I feel like it's harder to live that way. It, for some reason, feels more expensive. Simple and functional, exactly. Yeah, I like things to be very simple, but clean spaces, like just I don't need like lots of stuff. Apart from like this, I class this as work though. Like imagine if you had, like a whole office supply area in your own home. It's kind of Ghost and I. Because especially with like graphic design, when we do another raid! How are you doing, B-Pop? How are you? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, everyone. My name is Mel, I'm from 07. Welcome on in. Thank you for joining us today. What were you doing? I do makeup and body art here on Twitch. We're just talking about how expensive it is to fit a new kitchen. How are you? How was your stream? I thought I was learning to live more minimalist, but a stunning art mirror turned up in the post for me today. I just hate when that happens. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, like, where did this come from? I've never seen this before. Like, not on the internet, and like, totally didn't leave my bank account. But like, how did this turn up here? It's like, it's quite nice though. I'm good, thank you. Was Batman running after Pikachu? Yes. Yeah, Spider-Man was slow at the end. Even the basic wooden unpainted doors. Yeah, here we've got, you know, the doors that have like the panels like engraved in them. We have those here, and I'm not really a big fan. I don't think I want like too much on the doors. I actually, guys, look, this is how you know when... Oh no, I don't. No, I've put it away, I've remembered. I have a catalogue on doors. And I was like, wow. They're expensive. See Mel's mug collection? Oh, it's rubbish. I have such a crap mug collection at the moment. I hope I get better ones. Stream was awesome. I painted myself into a creepy, into a pretty but creepy blue elf thing. How exciting! Did you have fun? Did you have fun doing it? You have a sliding door for the bathroom. You remind me when I was in Japan. Okay, I always, you know, when you have the issue with like pushing and pulling a door and you embarrass yourself. In Japan, there's a whole other level because doors will also slide. So you'd be like trying to push the door and then you'd be like, oh, it's pull, and then it wouldn't open either way, and then you'd just be like, wait, and then you'd have to like slide it to the direction as well. So you had another level to that. Is Nightbot not interested? Oh, thank you. But your future mug collection, my future mug collection, I hope it serves everyone justice. Have a good mug collection. Cheap doors for the inside of the house, but any door going outside is... Oh, yeah, definitely. I really like it, you know, when... I'm tempted to change the front door. I like it when you get the dark grey ones. You know those ones? But I'm scared of, like, spending too much. But then equally, because of the refurbishment, I'm like, well, you might as well do it before you move in. The handles aren't different for the slidey ones. At least with the push, you can put the handle on one side. Yes, but not everybody does that. Some people just have the same one. But no, sometimes it would have the... And you grab it and you push or you pull and it just... How you doing, Chaos? That guy who designs the doorway just 3 centimeters larger than standard just to mess with people. I play the long game. No! Yeah, so like at the moment we're trying to figure out if we can how to do the kitchen on the IKEA website. And I just can't believe it. I can't. It's so expensive. So there's so much door complexity. Have you heard of pocket doors? I love a pocket door. Pocket doors are my favourite, but I won't have any. But they're my new favourites. Pocket doors. And like you slide the door, but it goes into the wall, so it doesn't disturb any space. So, but you have to build it within the wall, within the stud walls. But pocket doors are my new exciting, like, wow. A pocket door? Pocket door. When I found out about pocket doors, are local companies more expensive than IKEA? Yeah. Yeah, a pocket door's so cool. It goes into the wall. Anyone here who has a pocket door? I'm so envious because I think they're the coolest thing. What a space saver! Exactly! A pocket dimension. Yes. There's such a space saving thing. You don't have to worry. Are you going the whole IKEA route? Yeah, I mean, like, it's a bit expensive to not. Yeah, oh my gosh, I've been looking up so many IKEA hacks. What I do like is other companies make stuff to fit IKEA things. There is a sofa that I like from IKEA, but I don't know if... Last time I looked, it wasn't available. Which was great. It's on my bucket list. Along with a new bucket. Pocket doors are cool. They're so cool. I don't blame you. With the existing wall, because it's breeze block. My bedroom is an IKEA hack. Oh, I love that for you. I want a pocket door. Oh, sorry, I've just read that one. I want a pocket door that I could fold away in my chair. Yes, yes, and everything can just be like tucked away. It's such a space saver. Pocket doors. Oh my god, Queen, you're like, I feel like you're now like you've been opened up to the world that pocket doors exist. And now you're like, why are pocket doors not everywhere? I agree, why aren't pocket doors everywhere? They're so good at space saving. And like, you could have the door open and it's not in the way of anything. A pocket door. Pocket doors. Rip one side of the wall. Yeah, it's like, it's better to do it if you were to do, if it's a new build, isn't it? Oh, pocket doors. My eyes be like, pocket doors, I'm telling you. They're the future that we don't seem to be, that's what we don't seem to be doing. I loved our first house. It was built in 1915 and was solid walnut wood everywhere. They were built much better back then. Now they're built like, I've seen somebody, I saw like a program and they did like an entire oak frame. And I was like, that's very pricey. Do you know what? Even though they were built better, I really don't like the old-fashioned homes. I just don't, no, it's not for me. Especially in the UK, if you buy a graded house, like, there's no way. There's no way I'd keep up with it. I'll leave that to somebody else who likes them. Hi, Zaren, good, thank you. Barn does, but better and nicer. Actually, also, like, that's the thing. It's space saving. Pocket doors, guys. If I had unlimited money, every door would be a pocket door in every house. A house built in 1578. The beauty will make up for my tears over the upkeep. Oh, do you know what? Yeah. I'm glad other people like them. I really don't like them. Yeah, no, I'm much more of a modern fan. Extroverted pocket door. Yes. Yes. My parents do get a little bit of problems with the pocket door. Say it isn't so! My grandparents live in a Victorian cottage that they've returned to its vintage country feel. They were doing that in Spain for a while, where you could buy a castle really cheap, but the deal was that you had to refurbish it properly. So they were selling loads of castles in Spain. Did you see that? It was years ago. Hey, May! So you could buy castles, but you had to, you had to restore them properly. And I was like, okay, it started off as a good deal. I want to move to Texas where 1920s houses are considered super old. My boyfriend loves a concrete bunker. Like a concrete, yeah, like quite brutalism. I like the modern stuff. I've seen a few Casa refurbs in, yeah, and I think they do it in Scotland as well, don't they? Of course, people. I totally understand. A doorway to an alternate dimension. The pocket door dimension. May, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. It comes off the track once in a while. Say it isn't so. People refurbing chateaus and stuff. Oh, nice. I always think like, I don't mind the older houses, but more so if they are like a ski lodge, you know what I mean? So you can't make a statement when you storm out of a room. I think you could still slam a pocket door. I believe in pocket doors. I believe in them, and I believe you could slam a pocket door. And if not, you could bang the wall next to it and pretend that you did. For when he and my mum are old, and I'm sad that I got introduced to pocket doors this late. Oh, sorry now. Pocket doors. Pocket doors. They're the coolest thing I've ever seen. You could add a swoosh effect. You can even add the swoosh effect yourself every time you open the pocket door. Mel crying if her pocket door broke. Can you? I don't know what I would do. I don't know how you would even fix it because I feel like you'd have to take the wall out. Nah, surely we'll fix it. Destroyer of toothbrushes. Yeah, in fairness, I feel like I could. Yeah, don't underestimate my ability to break something. Just don't. It's not worth it. You can't slam the phone down anymore. I mean, you can. It's just, it'd be an expensive replace. Pocket doors, guys. I'm just upset that I didn't know about pocket doors as well until now. And like, you can't really, hi Sand, how are you? You can't, yeah, anyway. I feel like they would be so nice for so many rooms. Have a pocket door. Like, you could have all these pocket doors open and, like, no one would even know that doors exist in your house. I'm all set on future house design. The toilets as well. The toilets. Whew. A whole year? Thank you so much, Jason. Thank you. Proper crikey like. Just slowly replace them all. I'll just like carve it. I'll keep carving with a spoon at the edges of all these walls. I'll make it through eventually and I'll install the pocket door. Like, don't you underestimate my abilities. Going at it with like a Dremel. I can 3D print a pocket door. Thank you so much, Jason. I really appreciate the support. Thank you. It's sort of like an inner hero thing. One side, our other. Yes, exactly, Punisher. That's kind of what I was playing with today. We do have short walls and they interfere with the running wiring. Oh my gosh, so you like have to... Ha! Pocket door problems! No! I think short that way. So when you would have the wiring within the house. Our property without a pocket door is just unacceptable to me. Alas, here we are. More angled and open. I've lived in Canada for years and they're very common over there. Mind blown. I'm telling you, I can't get a pocket. A property without it's called a disappointment. I'm a carpenter and I love them, but they can only be used in certain spots. Okay, or longer walls. Right, we just need longer walls then. Or we expose the wiring. We have to expose that something's got to give, and to me, the pocket doors takes priority. Mm-mm. Stubborn. Spearmint, peppermint, and houses with pocket doors are disappointments. These pocket doors. Honestly, when I found out about pocket door, I couldn't get over it, and now I feel like, why are pocket doors not everywhere apart from the carpenting wiring issue? That can surely be resolved. All new builds should have pocket door priority. Imagine not liking pocket doors. But hear me out. Would you take a pocket door if it means that you couldn't stream from that room because you'd have no power for your PC? Don't do me like this, Parabellum. Would you take a pocket door if it means you couldn't stream from that room? Okay, but here's my argument. There's 4 walls, usually, minimum, right? I'd have to rewire it through another wall so I can have the pocket door. Squeaking hinges as you open the door, because it makes a whoosh sound to cover it. Floor to ceiling, I bet. Don't underestimate what I'll do to get myself from these pocket doors. Hey, Star Wars lady, how are you? We're talking about pocket doors. And how expensive kitchens are and how upset we are about how expensive they are, even from IKEA. Ghost and I went to an IKEA the other month, and I think mentally we spent about 20 grand. We were like, oh yeah, that would work really well. Yes, this would be good. Oh my goodness, yes. Because remember, like, we didn't really have anything. We're like, oh my god, that would be so good, that would be so good, that would be so good. And then, like, at the end, we were just like... So, like, maybe we can't have, like, all of it. Like, maybe some of it has to, like, go. You love all the organising items in IKEA. I like it when they make the rooms dark. Hi, Trader, how are you? Pocket doors, just the best. Shouldn't pocket doors take priority in houses at all costs? when we moved into this house years ago, we put my huge wardrobe in front of a plug socket and I've not needed it. My plug socket is behind a wardrobe and it feeds through the bottom drawer now with an extension, with 2 extension cables. It's a double. I'm not like being bad. And it does bother me. I actually wish I could stream this direction and face that way so that my PC would be against the plug socket. But it's not possible. I've mentally tried to figure it out a lot of times, but I don't know where I would put that. There's a big unit there and I don't know where I'd put that, but it's a big storage unit, so it would have to go, and I don't have anywhere else to put that. So it's a bit annoying. I think the key is to buy things that would be harder to replace after you move in. What? Sorry, Jeff. I don't think I think I've completely been bamboozled by what you've just said. Harder to replace. Maybe you need a pocket PC too. Like maybe everything should be in pockets. Please put it in my pocket. I rearranged my room. PC setup needs it, so I cut a hole in the wardrobe. Yes. Yeah, you cut a hole in the back. Has been timed out. You get a pocket, and you can get a pocket door, and you can have a pocket door, and everyone can have pocket doors. Yeah, and so I don't know. I'm frustrated with with like just costs of kitchens and whatnot. I mean, if you gotta buy everything, buy the things, that would be a hassle. Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. I thought you were talking about something else. Yes. Size of what units? Isn't the standard like 60? Kitchens. I look at kitchens from IKEA. Because I can't afford like an extreme kitchen. Has nothing on floor heating. That's true. Don't do me like this. There's too much that's too nice. Too many nice things. But yeah, I was looking at kitchens. We're trying to design a kitchen on the IKEA website, and it's just expensive. I was hoping like a kitchen, and I knew it wouldn't, but part of me in my gut was just like, maybe the kitchen will cost like $2,000. Does it cost? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But like in my head, you know when you like secretly really hope that you've hacked the website and you're like, $2,000 for this kitchen. Anyway, so okay, it's just wood. I honestly how can it cost anything else? Sorry, my favorite trend on TikTok, you just reminded me at the moment, is when people pretend they're really stupid. And it's people being like, when they ask you if it's a 4-wheel drive, but it's quite clearly got 4 wheels, so obviously. Duh! She never did find a kitchen for $2,000. Is Ghost excited about designing the kitchen? I think Ghost has gone kitchen sanity because Ghost can't stop getting off the IKEA kitchen website. It's such a good trend, isn't it? But quite clearly. I just had a 5-minute comment about pocket doors. Queen, what does your mother think about pocket doors? It's my favourite to just pretend. Clearly it's not a 2-wheel drive because there's clearly 4-wheel. Hi Zach, how are you? Those grass panels on my bedroom wall. Oh, do you like them? I set those up for Cassie. Do you know what I also did, May? Is we took fake flowers and threaded them through and like pin them in. Pocket doors trending on Twitter. I'm gonna do a Gale, and when Gale just like comes out with some blasts for me. Gail Simone on Twitter, occasionally like something like Galactus will be trending, and then you'll know Gail started a war with like all of the comic book nerds and she'll say something really like confusing about Galactus, and then everybody's had to get involved and everyone will get upset. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 9 months. Want to put them onto a wood board, but didn't realize how expensive a sheet of wood was on IKEA. Oh, May. If you go to B&Q, I don't know if you have a B&Q near you, but sometimes with B&Q, they have like giant wood offcuts that they don't use that you can cover, and they're free. You can just take them. There's like a pile sometimes, so if you go to B&Q and get like a sheet of wood, sometimes they have them there and you can just like take that. Because we took one last year because Ghost's mum wanted us to create a table topper for Mahjong, with like an edge around it, so we built her. She wanted it to fit exactly her table, so we built one, but we found that, and so we just used this thing that we found it. Oh no, I've put makeup on that. But so we just use that. Add those to my Sims for Bill, because yes, I always see them in IKEA when they like dress up a room. They had like dressed up this shower room with like fake plants. Oh. I think it's called an appliance garage. I've never heard of an appliance garage. Yes, thank you, Shadow. I slept it off. I basically slept like 15 hours yesterday. I kept like falling in and out of naps. Appliance garage. Oh my god, it looks like one of those things that you get as a kid. Is it like one of those? Is it like one of those? I like the toy. My windowsill is full of fake succulents. The current ghost really likes little succulents, but real ones. But I get annoyed because I've got really long hair, but he really likes things like a cactus or like sharp plants, and my hair keeps getting caught on them when I when like when he's like trying to show me the kitchen, and I stand and like look at the computer and look at this thing he's trying to show me. And I can feel it when I like move my head slightly that my hair is getting caught on the succulent, so I have to. That's one of the reasons why I like to like get my hair out of the way, because I can feel it getting caught on the plants. Like a utility room. I haven't seen one of these before where they've got like little. Well, that's where you would put all the appliances, but I think it makes sense, to be honest with you, because appliances look messy. We have a huge sheet of plywood wrapped in plastic in our garden, so we're going to see if it's okay to use before buying more. Oh yeah, nice, definitely. You just find your hairs in them. I don't think so. But my hair is like, I don't know. What somebody once said to me, and that they find... Because you know how, I mean, it's obvious that my hair can become a problem because it just, you know, you lose up to 80 hairs a day. And it's just everywhere. And somebody once said to me that one of the best investments they ever did was to buy a pet hoover. You know what you would use to hoover pet hair, because it'll pick it all up, and it picks up long hair as well. So I think I'd have to get myself a really good pet hoover to pick up all of the hair. I really like those hoovers that you have on charge though, not the ones that you always have to carry with you with the wire and like bring it with you. I really want one where you can just mount it on the wall and then just charge it. We have those literally because of your hair. Yes! That's what you did. Maybe it was one of you guys who told me. Honestly, getting a pet hoover would save my life with all the hair problem. Because I'm not cutting it. I recommend Shark's pet and hair vacuums. Shark's pet, thank you for that. Can you get one that is like minimal? You know, that you can like mount on the wall. Have to remove from the hoover, yes. okay, here was the thing. The other day, Ghost and I think Ghost was hoovering and I was like picking stuff up and I could smell burning. And I couldn't understand. Hi, Smashing, how are you? And I couldn't understand what was going on. But it was every time we used the Hoover, it was burning. And I was just like, oh my God. Anyway, so I got scared because it's not my Hoover, it's my parents'. So we were just like, okay, well, let's just not Hoover. Just wait for Dad to come home and have a look. And then my dad took the Hoover to pieces. And it was my hair that was like wrapped around it. And it was all of my hair in the Hoover because it was just too much. It like blocked the Hoover, clogged the whole thing. And my hair in the Hoover was burning and causing it to like burn. And it was my fault. Doing well. I took the day. Yeah, I have a Shark Rocket Pet Pro. It auto detangles. It auto detangles. I took the day off work today because my birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Smashing! Did you have a nice day? This is literally why we ended up with a shark. There's no embarrassment. Like, it is there. You know, yeah, it was like so much hair. Especially because my hair is quite long, even though I think it's medium length, but my hair is quite long. So, also, I shot myself in the foot because it's really obvious as well when it's my hair because it's really, I have the longest hair and sometimes it's just white. And everybody in the house has like black hair that's short. I'm the only one with like Rapunzel, Cruella Rapunzel here. When I was a kid, I had white blonde hair and there used to be this sheen on the hallway carpet because it really, do you know what? I think I had that in here the other day because I was hoovering and it wouldn't pick it up. So I had to like, do you know when you have to like almost get the brush and you have to like brush the carpet to collect it? Because you can't lift it. It won't go. It won't do anything. Or the Hoover's not interested. The Hoover's like, you're on your own for that one. And you have to sit there like brushing the carpet to try and get it to lift. And you just feel like a fool. And you know what as well is like, yes, I love my Tangle Teaser, but it does look like a brush that you'd use on a horse. So I just feel like a pleb because I'm like brushing my carpet like an idiot, trying to get it to come off. Because the Hoover's disinterested to the fact that it thinks that I'm trying to set it alight with the fact that my hair is so long. I'm struggling to remember, I was still my bald husband cleared the hair from the drain. Oh my gosh, when I did that at uni, I could tell it hadn't been done for a few years. We tried to figure out if the hair was the same length before, but you holding it out at the side like that, we do. It is really long. End to end, our hair is almost the same height as us. And I just passed my missus the same. Do you know what? I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but this brush is called a Tangle Teaser. And this one is specifically for thick hair. This one, the burgundy one. And it's now like worth millions. Not this brush, is in the company, but the guy who designed it, he went on Dragon's Den, which in the UK is like an entrepreneur TV show where you ask for investments, and they laughed him off and told him it was never going to be successful. And now it's used in like every salon. He was like, no, it helps to detangle hair, and I can tell you it does. Like, my hair used to be like, it's made a big difference to my hair. I'd never go back to using a normal hairbrush now. The only one I would use is like a comb to for curls. Oh, it's called Shark Tank in the States. Oh, here it's called Dragon's Den. They're a godsend for... How does the detangler work? I did look it up before, but it has the shorter and the longer ones, and they kind of bend, so it doesn't hurt to detangle the hair. So I don't really know the genuine science behind it, but they laughed him off. But before, it would be really difficult to. There is nothing worse, in my opinion, than trying to take a thin comb like this and trying to get through the hair. It's the most painful thing to try and comb hair like that's this thick as well. To be honest, Queen, I've used one since I was since like they how okay, well it hurts when you miss and you comb your finger. I've used one since I was like I don't know like 15 now, and it's been a godsend for me. But they're really good. I think they're like 12 quid. I had a pink and purple one before, but then they came out with this one, which was specifically for thick hair. I don't know if there's a difference between. You can get one that's called the Splash, and that's the one that you have in the shower. I don't recommend using this one in the shower because my head was like, I don't need one. Yeah, I mean, like, they're really good, to be honest. I know I'm saying it's really good, and I've literally just snapped it in half. It's meant to do that. I don't know how long I've had this one for. They're really good. I don't recommend. Oh yeah, that was what I was gonna say. I don't recommend this one because I thought, oh, I don't need to do that, and I brought it into the shower, and then I got water stuck inside here. So there is one that you can specifically use in the shower, but I was like, and so I had to pull this one apart because I had to get the water out. Don't you make me buy two when I can definitely just have one. Watch me use it in the shower, and then, yeah. This one, I don't know what this one's called, but the burgundy one was for thick hair. Outside by a hairbrush. It's funny about people that either got no offers on there, or did, and people turn the offers down and have done well without them. The amount of offers that don't actually go through after the shows are aired is interesting. The TV exposure helps them. Yeah, I agree. I do think so. I do think though sometimes that the dragons can be quite patronising when they don't need to be. I think they can be a bit mean. I've never used a brush in the shower. Brushing my hair wet is impossible. It's for things like if you were to do a conditioning treatment. So what I used to do is, because I used to backcomb my hair for looks, and then I would cover my whole head in conditioner, and then I would take the detangler, and then I would keep going through it because I've got the conditioner in to detangle it because it wouldn't hurt as much. Yeah, Queen. Cover your hair in conditioner. If you do a conditioning treatment, and then go through it with like one in the shower with like a detangler in the shower. It's like a dream. It feels amazing. It's teaching me so much. Yeah, it feels really good. If you do a conditioning treatment on your hair, comb through it in the shower. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to just, really like clean through it all. I just have the big paddle brush. Yes, I used to have one of those, and I used to have the round one. I won't buy one anymore. I'll only ever replace it with one of these. Like I'd never go back to using anything other than a Tangle Teezer. From bottom to top, which has helped. Yes, that's what you should do on wigs as well, by the way, is you should always start from the bottom there, and then keep working your way up, because otherwise you're just like collecting knots. So yeah, start from the bottom and then go up. But yeah. And then leave-in conditioner and then oil afterwards. It makes your hair feel so amazing. 100%. Yeah. Definitely give it a go, Queen, because you've got quite long hair, haven't you? Wasn't interested in sharing it. I still recommend a wide tooth comb or something that won't get water inside it. Yeah, so for instance as well, if you have a wide tooth comb as well, it's really awesome if you were gonna curl your hair, because when you curl your hair, sometimes you end up with like ringlets and you kind of look like a poodle. Hey Rhonda, how are you doing? You know when sometimes you end up with like too many ringlets and you kind of look like a poodle, or you kind of end up looking like Sandy from Grease Lightning at the end. and that's not the look you're going for, if you just get like a wide tooth comb and then you just kind of like brush through it, it'll calm down. But getting there, yeah, so if you've got long hair, yeah, it'll make a difference. I'm glad that you're doing good today, Mona. There's a business local to me called Poppy's Picnic, and they appeared on their accepted offer on the post show, rejected the offer, and then they got higher investment elsewhere. The most memorable Dragon's Den success for me is yeah, same. Yeah, that I remember that one as well quite clearly. That one, because you see it in the shops as well, still, don't you? Oh no, I'm not saying that she wasn't. It's just like if you don't want your hair to look like hers did at the end, right? Because when you curl your hair, sometimes you don't want it to look like that, but the curls can be quite tight. So if you wanted to loosen them, you go through it with a wide tooth comb. Yeah, if you want them to be like softer and a bit more of a wave, then yeah, then that's what you would do. I didn't know that for ages, and so I just ended up having like... and I'd be like, ah! Oh, right, sorry, high five, I didn't understand. But yeah, I highly recommend also having one of these. But I'd never go back from this. I don't know, Shadow. I feel like it's too soon. I feel like it's too soon for Carousel 2. I think it's not too soon for them. But I feel like Carousel 2 is too soon for me. Carousel too soon. It took me ages to learn that curly hair could only be brushed with a wide tooth comb. Yeah, I didn't know that for a really long time, to be honest with you. And I learnt that from TikTok because a lot of people with curly hair would explain. Because people would be like, oh, why don't you just curl your hair? And I knew they couldn't curl. I knew they couldn't comb their hair. I knew they couldn't brush their hair because people would get confused. I feel like I've stumbled across a whole new world. Yeah, so there's Tangle Teezer products. I think you've mentioned before that your hair's quite thick. Hang on, I'll get you a link. Oh wow, there's one in the shape of a skull. Oh wow, they've made loads of different ones now. Okay. Detangling. Blow drying, styling. Oh. Thick and curly. This one is the one that I've got. Cream. Salsa red. Oh, they've got it in different colours now. That's quite pretty. Oh, when I got this one, they only had it in red. But that's the one that I've got. Yeah, it's really good. And it's so over the top. Oh no! You gave yourself some spoilers, Shadow. I'm gonna see if I can watch Batman early next week. By the way, it just reminded me. I'm gonna try and find a showing that's got like hardly anyone in it. I go to the cinema at an ungodly hour to try. You're not interested in the new Batman movie? I'm really excited about it. Hi Foxy, how are you? Thank you. No problem, no problem. Yeah, I hope it's helpful. My hair is just so dang rebellious. Whenever I wash my hair and only halfway dry and go to bed, the next day I can comb it all I want. It's stuck in the place. Really, you almost have to put your hair through a hard reset every few years. The last trilogy was fine. I guess I'm kind of seeing this one as a bit different, to be honest with you. I'm really looking forward to it. But I really like him as an actor anyway, so probably a bit different. Does it feel painful to just wash the makeup? No, not really. It used to when I first started, but I've done this quite a lot now, so I get excited about taking it off. I'm just feeling quite fresh again. It's quite nice, to be honest with you. I personally, Foxy, the way I see it is it's very similar to an ice sculpture or a sand sculpture. There's something very poetic and romantic about the fact that it won't last, but you do it because you enjoy it anyway. For the same reason. Oh, did you not? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, if it's not for you. You just got into scalp massage brushes recently to use with shampoo and you're obsessed. Oh, nice. I haven't gotten myself one of those. Hey, Pavlova, how are you? Look, we're doing special Friday streams today. What am I doing online on a Friday? I wonder if I'm going to be online on a Friday again anytime soon. So you never saw them? Oh, fair enough. I'm good, thank you, Pavlova. Okay. So, because I'm crazy. I am, thank you, Pavlova. I basically slept most of yesterday because it was like the exact. So what I was posting in the Discord all my early access photos, and then I think I posted when I started to do the Scarlet Witch, and then I was just kind of sat there and I was like, well, I don't feel very good. And then I kind of like ploddled off and went to go for a workout. No, I went to go for a nap, and then I was kind of like, you know, when you just know you're done for the day and you just have to wait for the next day. That's when I was just like, it's not happening for me today. Guys, hide! Yes, I wanted to just do something kind of simple. Do you know what, Jason? I didn't know what a Pavlova was until everybody in the chat was like, oh, I could do with a Pavlova. Somebody in chat was like, I could do with a Pavlova right now. And I was like, oh my god, don't speak to my community members in such a disgusting way. And I was just kind of like... And then, because I think Pavlova responded, as other people were like, yeah, same. And then I was like, I don't understand. And I didn't know what a Pavlova was. I just thought Pavlova just came up with a cool name. And then everyone had to educate me that Pavlova was a kind of food. I was like... Right, exactly, Clementine. So I was just like... Oh my god. I love the accidental misunderstanding things. Do you know what? One time, the thing is, like, because I haven't seen a lot of films, somebody came into my stream when I was doing the Terminator makeup, and they literally came in and was like, give me your boots, your motorcycle, and something else. And I was like, don't talk to me. And be so demanding of me in my own stream. This was years ago. And I remember being like, who do you think you are? And then I was educated that it was actually a quote from Terminator, and I didn't know about it because I hadn't seen Terminator. My brother pound symbols to remind him to do the ATM, so I went to the GIF option and typed in pound to send him money members. Yes. It was like when LA kept talking about bonking people. And I was like, LA! Oh my god! Don't say that! And then LA was just kind of like, what are you talking about? And he had this emote which was like a cat being bonked with like, yeah, it's this one being bonked with a breadstick. And I told him I was going to go tell the Queen. I remember that scandal, right? And I was like, it turns out he didn't know what bonking means in the UK. It's slang for something. That made my day. Yeah, oh my gosh, bonk. And he was going on about it. He was like, Yeah, he did bonking, and I just couldn't. I just couldn't believe. I had to go into his stream and give him a slap on the wrist. It's slang for what you're being bonked for. Unbelievable scenes. Is this new? Oh my god, sorry, excuse me, sorry guys. I was just looking at what's on Amazon Prime for us to watch a movie night. British Kitchen Nightmares is on here. Is that new? I've never seen that on here before. Do you guys want to watch some Kitchen Nightmares? And then we can watch episode 1 of The Boys Diabolical animated. New? No, sorry, not new episodes of Kitchen Nightmares, because he looks too young. No offense. But in Discord, also, nobody tell Gordon Ramsay that we do this, by the way, because everyone last time... Guys, did you see what happened last time? Oh my god, did you see what happened last time? Like, Gordon Ramsay was like, what's Twitch? And then everyone was like, yo, Ramsay, we all watch Kitchen Nightmares on Twitch. We all watch it with our communities, and then like they all found out, and then everyone got in trouble for like watching TV shows on Twitch. Like, you should have never said anything to him, guys. We just don't say things to the celebrities, okay? We just don't tell them. Don't tell Gordon Ramsay that we're like watching his shows in Discord together for a laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all kind of gathered groups. Don't tell him, okay? And literally everyone was like atting Gordon Ramsay and was like, we watch you on stream all the time. All 3,000 of us are community watching. Don't tell him to do it either. Susan right next to me. This is what I was saying. Domo did put a story up on Instagram the other day, and he was like outside Hell's Kitchen. And he was like, oh my god, I'm outside Hell's Kitchen. And I was like, don't tell him that you've been watching. The celebrities can't sit with us because we're watching their shows. And not in groups. We're totally not meant to do that. Share screen? What do you mean you don't know what share screening means? Anyway, loads of people got in trouble because he was like, what's Twitch? And then everyone was like, oh, we're all watching Kitchen Nightmares together on Twitch. There's like 10,000 of us and we all just tune in with a streamer who's getting paid. And everyone was like, yeah, we do it too. We watch so many of your episodes live on Twitch. And then Gordon Ramsay was like, you're doing what? Anyway, and then everyone got in trouble for that. You're not allowed, I mean, it's obvious you're not allowed to do it because you're like streaming somebody. Anyway, it's obvious. But anyway, there's just another example. Don't tell them. Don't. What's window capture? I've never heard of it. I've never heard of Windows. Windows what? XP? Couldn't be me. I think I only know like Windows what, 9? 6? Packard Bell is something I know. Shh. Anyway. Is it possible to find out how low budget wigs with lace fronts, or is that not really a thing? Want to find a white wig, but I'm not really sure where to start. No worries, Queen. The lowest budget, sorry, I sometimes go to eBay, so white lace front wig. They usually range from like 30 to 40 quid. So here's one for $32.99. It's kind of like wavy. I go to eBay. So as an example, oh, it's character limit. Can you? All right. Well, I'll find you a different one. Sorry about that one. Can I send you this one? Character limit. Okay. 32 isn't too bad. Yeah. Sorry, I can't actually send it to you because eBay is just telling me no. It's like they don't want sales, but whatever. Huh? Oh, Ghost says it's because it's a Google referral link. Okay, sorry, Queen. Just type in white lace front wig on eBay. It's okay, I'll have a look. Ghost came to the rescue. I thought he came in to tell me off. Ghost coming to the rescue. Just be aware that the cheaper you go, the more like dense it is here, right? 30, like the 30 quid ones will be all right. Like this kind of wig was kind of like 30 quid and it's decent enough. But what you need is, I think I have one. I've got one that I'm going to use tomorrow. I haven't opened it yet. Hang on, I'll show you. Oh my god, it's like at the bottom of the pile. Is it this one? Yeah, this is the new one. Okay, so this is a going to say that, yeah, he just did. Oh, Pavlova, you're a superhero. Oh, Pavlova, we're based in the UK, by the way, so just so you know. Okay, so when you get a lace front wig, this is one that which is basically, it's kind of similar to this one, but I had to get a new one because I trimmed the other one. So now I'm glad because I've got a short one. Right. Okay, so when you get a lace front wig, it's gonna come like this. So you can see it looks a lot better here at the front because it's not hard at the front, and you can see essentially that it would look as if it's kind of coming out of the hairline, right? I'm sort of assuming lace front is the way to go. The only time I would go for another wig is if it's got a fringe, because it hides the front. So I'll buy a cheap wig if it's got a fringe. I gotta be honest, for a long time I don't bother. The only time I did it was Jinx, and it's difficult to work with because the lace front wigs for Jinx, they were just too much for me. And I just don't think it's worth it anymore, to be honest with you. It makes a big difference to get one that's got lace because it'll last you a lot longer. Most of the wigs that you'll see I use now are lace front, but check across Amazon and eBay because usually you can get the cheaper ones and they're a bit generic. They're not like the top quality. If you're looking for something specific, sorry, excuse me. Like this one, that's a lace front. It's gonna cost a lot more money and you're gonna have to go to an alternative website. So for instance, like this one's beautiful and it's very nice. Right, the front needs a bit of a brush. It's a beautiful wig, but this one was like 70, right? Yeah, some of them are really stunning. And again, this one's a lace front, but this one, the quality overall is better. So if you see how it's spaced out, so you see how the hairline essentially looks like what a hairline would, right? Because when you have the lace, it's like, it helps that transition, if I put it against my head, between where the hair is. Can you see why there's a lace? Between where the hair is versus where the skin is. So it kind of looks like it's growing outwards and it imitates this. Whereas when you have the cheaper lace fronts, like a pretend scalp, yeah, the variation, it looks natural. So this one's cheaper, but it's fine. Poof, edge gone. Which is why it's better to get a lace front. I haven't trimmed the lace of this, so when you get one, you just trim the lace. Don't be scared to do it because it's not a big deal. It seems like a big deal, but it's not. Just trim it as close as possible to the hairline, basically. So this one, you can see it's a lot more dense closer to that hairline. Can you see the difference? So that's the cost difference in them. Look at the difference in how dense it is there. Like this one's a lot more sparse, but I'm doing a lot of comic characters
and they tend to have unrealistic hairlines. Lace fronts that look like hair. Yeah, some of them, it depends on the price. A lot of the time, the one I struggle with is to get a really solid black wig, because I find it's usually quite dense because of the colour. I can't believe how noticeable it is. Yeah. Right, so then when I put ignore obviously the lace, but if I'm going to put this against my hair, you can see where it's kind of going to start. It doesn't help because I haven't trimmed the lace off this one. You can see where it's kind of going to start. It's a lot shorter, right? This one's like 30 quid. This one was like 70. So there is a big difference. I wanted the colour from this one, so it's fine for me. But I overall do comic characters. This would not be suitable for something to use in film because the hairline is too unrealistic. However, when you buy a lace front wig, if you buy one that's probably got a bit more give than this one, because you can start to see where the wefts are. Yeah, here. What people are very good at is plucking it themselves. So you can get that. I've tried it before and I'm just not great at it just yet. But I'm not really bothered about practicing that skill at the moment. What you can do is you can get a lace front wig, and if it is dense, people are very good at plucking the hair themselves until it looks like that. Yeah, so you can pluck it. That's what I'm intimidated by. I'm not good at that just yet because I feel like, okay, well, what if I pluck it too much and then I'm done? Aren't lace front, and they do look terrible if you don't try and fix them up. Yeah. Yeah, and like there's a lot of educational resources online for plucking them. It's just not something that I'm bothered about. You've definitely overplucked them. It's difficult, to be honest with you. But this is like, I generally buy the cheaper lace front wigs because I'm doing comic characters and it doesn't really matter. If you were going to be doing something in film, this wouldn't fly. You'd have to go for something much more expensive where the lace looks genuinely like it's... I'll show you again. So like that's the difference between the lace fronts. If you go for one, there, you see what I mean? It just blends. If you go for one, that's a hard front wig. It's obvious. I'm so willing to do this stuff out. I tend to overspend, but the plucking note is a really good thought. Yeah, but that's the thing, is like, it's a hack, you know? Another thing is that because these wigs are made out of, are built out of plastic, essentially, very thin. If you take a hairdryer, you can change the direction of some of the way that the hair sits by pulling it to one side like that. So that doesn't sit that way. That obviously doesn't sit over there. But if you were to pull it to one side and then you were to take a hairdryer, you can essentially heat it up because it's going to get warm and it's going to be a little bit malleable. Like, don't melt it. And then you can hold it until it stays. So you can kind of force it to do that. So with there's hacks that you can use on cheap wigs to make them look a lot better. It's just kind of like knowing where to look. I need to order a new hairdryer to replace my fiery one. Pick up a whole new addiction into collecting lace front wigs. I have a very large collection of lace front wigs, and for obvious reasons, it's really handy for me to be able to be like, yeah, I've got that wig. There's that wig. I've got the wig. I can go for it. I can go. No problem. You can see a lot of them. This one has a hard front. That's how I got around it. If one of them's got a hard front, I'll try and put something over it to hide it. Oh, it set fire last week. That's great. There's one with that has a fringe, right? So generally as well, if you've got a hard front wig, it will try and sit in the way. But with a lace front, you can kind of push it back.
like modeling clay to hide the hard front. I haven't seen that myself. This is another good, this one was expensive, but I've used this one a lot. It's quite a typical Starfire wig, but I also was able to use it for Ruthless Squallheart, which was really, really handy because that came in last minute, which was fine. I'm more than happy for things to come in last minute. Oh, like Harley, look, this wig was cheap, but because she has a fringe, I got away with it. So you can get away with wigs if it needs a fringe. And then generally, I mean, I use my hair a lot more now. But that's the difference. I don't know if I've got a hard front that I can show you to hand. Oh, is that? Okay, so the Jinx wig. I'll show you. Sorry, we will do movie night. I'm aware I'm running late. Okay, so the Jinx wig is a hard front. I'm not gonna put it on I'm not gonna put it against my face because I used eyeshadow on it to make the parting look better. But if I was to put that against my skin, it just sucks, right? Can you see the difference from what I just showed you? It just looks crap, doesn't it? And it's because of the way that it's built on the inside. However, Jinx has hair this length, and to get the lace front wig that I wanted and needed for it, it wasn't worth it. It just, there's no way, because I'd only be using it once or twice. And to spend, I don't know, like 120 quid on a Jinx wig for that, no, it's not justifiable for me. So I used this one, and I just tried my best to make it work. I've had a couple of hair dryers set fire. Yeah, it's quite scary. I also have a thing where at Christmas we had a power cut in the middle of the night. And I thought something was really wrong. A couple, yeah. I thought something was, I turned one on once and sparks flew out the end and I just couldn't, that was me done with trust. I have this thing now as well where I'm a bit scared because at Christmas I had this light here and I streamed on Christmas Eve anyway, and I turned it off like this, like I normally would. Lights off. I ended the stream and I went back to, I took all my photos and I went back downstairs and I did all my stuff, no problem. And then when I got up the next day, my door was ajar because sometimes it gets hot in here, so I leave the door slightly open just because I want to let the heat out, because I've got the lights on and the PC and sometimes the printer, and so sometimes it can get quite hot in here. And then when I saw in the middle of the night, this light was on, and it turned out that because there had been a power cut, the light had, when everything had reset and turned itself back on again, the light had turned itself back on. And I know why, but I just freak out that other things will turn on, like my hair straighteners or a hair dryer that's like left plugged in. And I'm like, what if something like to do with heat turns itself on? And I know I understand why, but I just don't trust anything because I'm just a bit like, oh, that's really strange. Like one of the lights turned, like imagine if it was like a UV light or something, because they get hot. And so I'm always just a bit scared now. It turns itself on. How you doing? How you doing, Blocker? Exactly, Star Wars Day. So now I'm always just a bit like, oh, I just unplug everything just to make sure, because I do get a bit scared. Oh, don't like the idea. Leaving straighteners plugged in while switched off, burnt through your carpet. Yeah, I've burnt carpet before with straighteners. I did it at uni and I felt so bad, but when the landlord came, it was in the corner of a room, so like he probably wouldn't have seen it. When the landlord came, I just stood on it. Nothing to see here!
Yeah, Queen, my mum's burnt the carpet with an iron as well. Not even a rug. I just stood on it. Didn't notice. I've helped so many people set up their Squarespace websites, but now every time I get an email saying, thank you so much for choosing Squarespace, and now you pay monthly, I'm always like, what is this? So I have to message people and be like, did you just set up your Squarespace again? Was it you who did that? Did he say anything when you went to move out? No, didn't see it. Thank God. I would have been in so much trouble. Yeah, I just accidentally knocked him off. The thing is, it's so easily done. I dropped a pot of that activated charcoal people use for teeth whitening on the carpet. And you had to silently try and fix it. In silence, I think, oh my gosh, the only reason that would have come off is because of my tears. No other reason. Okay, guys. What do we think about watching Kitchen Nightmares in Discord for movie night? Because there's a few things I need to do. I need to iron my cape for tomorrow. So I'd rather have like a TV series that I can like leave on and then like tidy up around here while it's on. I also need to take my pictures. So what do we think about Kitchen Nightmares? Because it's something we haven't done before. I'm concerned we've done too many Pimp My Ride episodes that we're no longer surprised. What am I painting tomorrow? I'm planning on painting Supergirl. The reason why, I was gonna do the classic comics Scarlet Witch, but I didn't get a chance with the headpiece. But I know I've got the wig and I've got the cape, so thank you, Star Wars. You know, I really like. I thought it was quite cute. I might put a grey contact lens in before I take photos, though. Not the nightmares. Nightmares only. But then we'll also put. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we should watch the Joker because the Batman just came out. What would you guys prefer? Would you guys want to watch the Joker in the Discord or Kitchen Nightmares? What do you guys want to watch? Oh, maybe we should run a poll. Star Wars Lady, do you want to run your first poll? Don't worry if you do it wrong. It's fine. Hey, Miss Me. Hi, Taramex. How are you? Would you like to try? If it's too intimidating, you can feel free. You would love to try. Okay, give it a go. Let me know if you need any help. I'll open it up as well so I can see if you need any help. Poll. Guys, we're going to get Star Wars Lady to try her first poll. Okay. Don't worry if you do it wrong. It's no problem. Let's go, Star Wars Lady! I'm doing a dope and great.
I'm well, thank you. I'm much, but yesterday I wasn't feeling too good. So I had to take I took the day off because I was like, you know what, you should listen to your body. But I wanted to obviously get a paint in. Even though it's movie night tonight, so I was like, oh, I'll do both. Don't worry, we're all watching. I reckon you can do this. And don't worry if not, like, it's okay. I'm happy you wanted to try. But yeah, so I got myself, because I also need to prime Brexia's thing. And I've got this other 3D print. So I've just got like a few handy jobs that I need to do. The primer arrived. Thank you guys. I got some plastic primer. So I can, because there's some bits that I'm realizing that I need to actually prime. Most of it should be fine, but some of it I'm like, oh, it's not picking up too well. Because it's when something has kind of crevices, I'll show you. So if something's quite beveled, I learnt this when I was painting this one. If something's beveled, then it will keep... Oh, you did it! Watch chat. Fabulous. All right, and we're away. Oh, Star Wars, I'm so proud of you. You got this. Okay, 1 vote so far. Guys, vote. Vote for what you want to do in movie night. Guys. Okay, thank God. Okay, there we go. My heart being like, you got this. There we go. Joker. Either. Because what I could do is, if we have more votes for Joker, I could just turn the Joker on and then throw on Kitchen Nightmares afterwards. Okay, more votes for Kitchen Nightmares so far. Okay, let's throw Kitchen Nightmares on. Thank you for doing that, Star Wars Lady, when the Joker ordered a sandwich at the cafe with Harley Quinn. You got ham? I never understood why when I was in New York, there's so many like Gotham City pizzas, and I was just like, where am I? It's taking us back to square one. Quite literally. Do you know how many times I will be honest with you guys. Sometimes you troll me so hard that I can't handle it. The thing is this, right? There's been multiple times in my streaming career when I have asked for a poll, no matter where I've done it, on Twitter, in here with the Twitch poll, on Discord, and you guys love to make it even. You guys give me 50-50 almost every time. And I'll be like, which one shall we do? And you guys will be like, 7 points and 7 points. And then I'm sat here like, right. Thank you. Anyway, GG Star Wars Lady. I'm very, very glad that you gave it a go. See? Where is the complaint form? It's part of the community's chaotic vibes. We just never get anything done. Maybe I should make the... I feel like that would be quite a nice colour. Or red. Red's sometimes not really that intense. Maybe go like hot pink. Maybe go hot pink for the photos. Okay, the poll was me perfectly described. I don't mind. What do you want to do? I do that all the time. All right. Okay. Okay, what we're gonna do, I was deciding. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go on a raid, and then if you give me 10 minutes, oh thanks Shadow. If you give me 10 minutes to like set everything up for movie night, then I will, yeah? So movie night will happen like after the stream, but give me 10 minutes to set it up, okay? Star Wars lady. You can complain right back. There's no rules. Okay, so we're gonna go on a raid. I want to introduce you guys to another streamer. But then if you want to be part of movie night, it's gonna happen in about 10 minutes in the Discord. Yeah, so if you want to be in the Discord, bang, yeah. Congrats, we're all damn now. Yes, that's it. Nowhere is safe. I'm gonna go, like, you know, set everything up, put the lens in. Is it movie night tonight? Yeah. I wasn't well yesterday, but I wanted to make sure I still give you guys the correct amount of streams per week, because I don't like cheating you guys out, especially if you unlock an extra stream. I just don't think it's fair. And I wasn't feeling too good yesterday, but I feel much better today. So I did the stream today, but I'm still doing movie night. So movie night now. Well, I'm gonna throw on Kitchen Nightmares. And then we'll watch that new episode of The Boys, or whatever it is, as well. So yes, okay. So we're gonna go on a quick raid, and then give me like 10 minutes to set up after this, yeah? So I've just gotta like tidy some bits up. And then I'll throw Kitchen Nightmares on, and then I'll be in there, yeah? So we're gonna raid Ebonix. She is lovely. Oh, I thought it said the raid had been cancelled. I was like, what? She's lovely, and she is, I believe she's actually partnered with The Sims, because she's amazing with all the stuff. She creates custom stuff for The Sims as well. She's really cool. She knows how to do like 3D modeling for it. Okay, thank you so much to DeviantArt for sponsoring my stream. In case you guys didn't know, I'm part of the DeviantArt Collective. All right, thank you so much to all of you. I'll be in the Discord in like 10 minutes, but please take some time to also check out Ebonix, who is an amazing streamer. She's so lovely. She's also a Twitch ambassador. She's pretty legit, guys. And she's playing The Sims at the moment. She's really, really awesome at it. So please show her a lot of love. And I'll catch you guys in the Discord. Give me a few minutes to get everything set up and everything, yeah? All right, thank you guys. I'll see you also tomorrow as well. If you don't want to be part of the Discord movie night, that's no problem whatsoever. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be doing Supergirl tomorrow. See you all in about 10 minutes. All right, love you guys. Please make sure that you follow Ebonix as well. She's amazing at everything that she does. Love you all, and I'll see you very shortly. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for everything today. Thank you. Love you, bye.